G'day guys, welcome back to MOCs Micah. My name's Mock, and today I'm going to show you how to create the perfect thumbnail for your most recent Micah. Wait a minute. Okay, on with the video. There are three main things to consider when you're making a thumbnail for your most recent mock. The first thing is lighting. So as you can see, I've got lighting from outside, I've got lighting from the ceiling, and I've also got this ring light right here, which is on my face, and I also use it for my mocks because it illuminates the Lego. Now, if you're using a desk lamp or a harsh light, you're going to want to cover that up with some baking paper, as Lego is very reflective. You can see how you can kind of see the ring light of reflecting off the Lego. It can be very distracting, so you might want to use baking paper if you're filming something small and close up and using things like desk lamps. Outside lights, always nice, although you usually want to use it sometime in the middle of the day. I'm filming right now in the afternoon, and that's just giving a bit of ambient light, and then this is giving light from the ceiling so that I'm not in the dark. And then the ring light, as you can see, it adds a big difference. So these cost a fair amount, but I think they're worth it if you're trying to become a proper Lego YouTuber. Now, the third and final, hold on, I've got to confuse myself. The second thing that you're going to want to remember is your camera angle. So whatever you're going to do when you're filming the actual Lego or piece, you're going to want to do usually a close-up and from a lower perspective, because that makes the Lego look bigger and it takes up the center of the frame, and that looks the most appealing to the eye. Otherwise, you can do thirds as well. So with this thumbnail that I'm making right now for Grogu's hoverbrand, because my current thumbnail honestly looks awful, and that's what kind of gave me the idea for this video, I'd want to have myself in the background, which is the third thing, background. So some people like Jane Bricks will use a white background, other people like M&R Productions will use his room as a background. Currently I'm using this as a background, and I would be in the thumbnail background. So I'm going to try and hold the piece that I'm using. I'm going to hold it in the third. I've got my lighting, and I want to be in the background, slightly out of focus. So by the time you guys are watching this video, I hopefully will have released that thumbnail. But once again, the three things that you want to consider: you got your lighting, you got your camera angles, and then you got your background. The piece is less of a big deal. If it's a small piece, you're going to want to have it nice and focused, preferably having it looking nice and large. If you are a person who constantly shows their face in their Lego YouTube videos, like me, you probably have that in the background just to let people know that that's your brand, it's your channel. If you were using a larger mock, so some people like Solid Brick Studios, etc., makes a really large mock, they might want to do a wide shot looking down so the audience or whoever's looking at it can see all the details. So small things close up in the middle or the third of the shot, and then for larger ones you probably do a top down sort of thing. But hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit understanding how to make thumbnails. Some people like to have a background that's just plain, they cut it out and they paste it on. Some people use text in their thumbnail. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I think the Lego speaks for itself fairly well, and if you make a good title, that's what I'd recommend. Although other people will include images in their thumbnail to kind of reference it. But it's really up to you when it comes to that. But remember those three main things: your lighting, your camera angles, and your background, and you should do very well. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Micah's Mocks. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.